Now, welcome along, Helen. Just setting up on YouTube, just making sure stream is okay and the angles are good. Perfect. Start on Facebook and I'll give the introduction now. Okay, welcome along. Friday chair gym with myself, Shane, leading the session entirely from the chair today. As ever, good strong chair. Plenty of space, drink of water, and as I will always say with every movement, if any movement were to feel painful, just to please leave that exercise out. So don't persist if something doesn't feel good as a movement. I'm going to start the workout very shortly, just allowing everyone to tune in. If you're watching later in the day, just skip ahead a minute and we'll be right into the workout. So as I say, just anything that's painful, leave it out. Otherwise, we'll just kind of flow nicely through this session. A couple of movements lined up and a couple of challenges. A little bit of core work today. Working the shoulders a little bit, hips as ever, and just other little bits in there as well. So let's begin the session. We're tipping into 2 o'clock. Very welcome everyone on YouTube. Very welcome everyone on Facebook. Let's just start off with the shoulders first. I'm going to bring hands up to those shoulders. My elbows are in front. We'll open the right elbow and then the left elbow. So we'll just start to build it up, one step at a time. Just opening out, elbow from front to side, just creating a little bit of movement through the shoulder. Really, belly back, great to have you with us. Welcome along. So just opening my elbow from front to side, a little bit of movement through the shoulder. If that feels okay, let's open it out further now, working the two sides together. So elbows front to side, opening out. Okay, and then if that feels okay, all the elbows out to the sides. And let's just start to create a couple of circles here. So a little bit of movement through the shoulders. And those shoulders opened up nicely. Just rolling backwards. And then change direction. Let's guide the shoulders forward. Sylvia, welcome along, afternoon. Forward in circles. Welcome along everyone tuning in. I just like to get to everyone moving up straight away. Keep us moving, keep us active straight away. We'll miss out nothing yet. Just beginning the session, just warming ourselves up. Okay, back down. Now from there, I'm just going to raise the hands up. I'm just going to start lightly pressing out in front. So just a little press straight out from chest. Just nice and light, pressing out in front. And then from that position, I'm just going to lightly raise the arms in front and then out to the side. So just lightly swap between the two positions of front and side. So front and side. Just kind of position myself right in the middle of the camera there. Front lateral raise. So front and side. Just slightly switching on, opening up through the shoulders. And back down. Okay. Just to sit tall. Maybe slightly forward in your chair. Just bring your hands together, rotate to the right, rotate to the left. And my fingers interlaced here. And I'll just move between the positions. Right, left. Just switching on through the upper body as we build up here. Okay, keeping those hands together. Just separate the hands, but keep the arms folded, that's what I meant, and around in circles. Again, just another little bit of movement through the shoulders here, just nice and controlled. Back down and reverse, back the opposite way. Just nice controlled circles through the shoulders here. And back down. Okay, we'll relax the arms. And I'm just going to move down. Just start lightly extending the legs. So we're just building up. Just switching on. Just checking in with all these different body parts. Just getting everything moving and opened up. Now from here, let's just begin stepping out to the sides. Open up through the hip. Just a nice step. And then again, we'll just move through an extension out in front, just a light extend out in front, out in front, tapping heel towards floor. And then beginning to open up the position a little bit wider now, stretching the legs out side to side. Just keeping everything moving here. Bringing it back in, just take it into a light march, just keeping it moving, keeping it active, warming the body up, just preparing to then work a little bit harder. Let's again just start tapping those heels out in front, stretching the legs out. Just nice and light with that action as well, just so you don't hammer the heel towards floor, just nice and light. And then stretching it out wider, so opening up. Again, just lightly guiding your heel towards the floor. Okay, just going to extend the two legs out. My feet up, I want to point one foot forward and pull the other foot back. So just that nice alternate movement. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. We just think a little bit of movement through the ankles here. And I just swap between the two positions. Keeping the feet up. Now I want to bring toes together and then heels together. We'll just swap between the two positions. Toes, heels. And then again, just to keep those feet up. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. So again, just that little coordination here, alternate. Just opening up through the ankles. And then again, toes together, heels together. Just a little bit of challenge here. And down, just down to the feet, rock the feet forward, back. And just take it into a march. And we'll just finish out warming up. So just finish out marching. I'm going to introduce us into our first block of work. A couple of movements. We'll try each movement twice. So as I always say, explore the movement, make any changes. So if I work in a certain height or a certain range, just adapt it to what's appropriate for you. So there's no pressure with any of these movements. Just work in your own range of comfort is the main thing. So let's begin. I'm just going to pause the stance. I will sit slightly forward, particularly for this first movement. So I don't want to be rigid, stuck to that chair. I'm going to come forward. I'm going to sit nice and tall, hands together. And you'll see the hands are just to the right of my leg here. Okay. I want to move up and across over the left shoulder. So how that looks, I'm going to exhale, up and over, back down. So again, really important, what I want to think of is a good strong core. So I'm not relaxed, I'm upright, switched on, and that's where you'll hear that little noise, that exhale, as I stretch across. So bringing the hands up and over that left shoulder. If that's difficult, work in a range that's right for you. So if you felt you had to stop here, not quite over that shoulder, that's fine. But just think good control through your core. You'll stretch up and across. So a nice diagonal range. Imagine your hands are a seatbelt that is kind of strapped in. And if you just press the button and it just unhooked. So it goes across, up and across. Let's go another couple of times. Go twice more. And then once more. And back down, okay? Just relax, reset the position. Again, very important, just that I'm not slouched here. Core is switched on. So nice and upright, hands together to my left. And then up and over the right shoulder. And I'll make that just little exhale across. So I think lots of control through the core as I move the arms across. Keeping hands together, moving up and across. My feet firmly to the floor. You might notice in this one that you kind of tendency to maybe want to lift the feet, but I want you to keep flat, feet firmly flat to the floor. We'll go twice more. And then once more. and back down. Relax the arms, reset the position, hand side of head now, so elbows are up. I want to do this with lots of control. We tried this one last week, so just building up on it again. I'm going to tilt my body to the right, a lovely stretch on the opposite side, return to the middle, and then to the left. So I break it down. You'll notice I'm not moving right to left. I'm breaking it down in the middle, so I don't rapidly go side to side. Just take your time, break it down. 3 phases: right, center, left. So again, right, center, left. And while I lean to one side, I really think about what's happening on the other side, getting a lovely stretch. Keeping the movement as lateral as we can, so not bending forward at all, just keeping it side on. Once more each side. And back up. So, perfect. Next one. Taking the side position. If you like to just lean your body back, I want to give yourself a little bit of support here. You can do this one of 2 ways. I will elevate the feet. You can keep them flat to the floor if this is difficult. Extend the legs out in front and back in without dropping to the floor, if that makes sense. So just keeping the feet up, extending your 2 legs. So I can think of the thighs here active, my hips switched on, and again, that core switched on in this position as well. Just extend the 2 legs out. I have control. I'm not swinging. And if you find maybe your back is moving, you're arching, that's when I would suggest just reset to the floor. So if you feel everything is kind of moving, you're not happy in this position, just work from the floor up. But if you need a little bit of extra challenge, like I'm doing, you can keep those 2 feet up. So let's go another couple of times. We'll take 3 more. And 2, and 1, and back down. Okay, so just bring it back in. A little bit of challenge with some of those, I suspect. So I'm not pushing the repetitions too high. Just get a feel for them, explore them, see how they are. We'll go through those a second time. So if there was anything, for example, feet elevated was too difficult there, you just work it from the floor up next time, or make any change you need. So again, my position, I've sat forward, I'm upright, my hands are together, just over to the right here, and I'm going to move up and across that left shoulder, and then back down. Just kind of exhale as I move across, inhale as I return down. So it's a nice, controlled, purposeful movement across. And again, just very important that I can stay upright by keeping that core switched on. I'm not slouched, I'm not relaxed in this position. I'm nice and upright, really switched on. But again, it's a smooth movement across. I'm not going to move too aggressively with that movement. Just nice, controlled action moving across. Let's try 3 more times. And once more. And back down. Just relax the position, take a couple of seconds. We'll set it up from the top. So again, nice and upright. Hands together, over to the left now. And then moving across over the right shoulder. So again, up and across. Taking air in as I return. Exhale as I move across. And again, just work through a range that's right. I'm not going to push this too high or too aggressively. Just a nice controlled movement across the body. Keeping my core switched on. The position upright, I'm not slouched. Nice and upright through the movement. Keeping those feet flat. They might feel like they want to move. I think pressing into the floor, keeping the body really switched on through the movement. Let's do 2 more. And then once more. And back down. Relax the position. Right, just sit back a little bit if we need here. Again, we're just going to think about the stretch on the sides here. So kind of the sides here is where we want to connect with. Hands side of head, elbows up. Nice and upright. I want to tilt to the right. We get that nice stretch. Return to the middle. And then over to left. So see how I break it down. I don't want to rapidly move right to left. We just break it down with a little pause in the middle just to reset the position. I get a nice stretch. I crunch or shorten one position, but I lengthen the opposite side, getting that nice stretch. Okay, just side to side with a little bit of control. We go twice more each side. Broken down, nice controlled, just working in a range that feels good to me. And back, return. Side view. Again, you might like to just tilt back, giving yourself a little bit of support if you need. You can hold the side of the chair, feet up or from the floor, and extend the legs. So I'm going with my feet elevated just for a little extra challenge. You can work with the feet from the ground up if you need. Whatever feels right. Again, I'm switched on with my legs. Those hips switched on, core active as well. Just extending your two legs. And again, just to try and avoid swinging the leg really rapid. Try and go with a little bit of control. Extend the legs out, a little pause. Slowly return. Let's go, just a couple of times to finish. And we'll do 3 more. And twice more. And last time. Back down, rest those feet, okay? So that's the first block of work. Or a little bit of core and just general trunk areas like our sides here, just trying to connect a little bit. So next we'll move in. We have a little bit of upper body work and a little bit of lower body work here. So first one, again here, I want to sit slightly forward and I want to open the feet just a little bit. So a little bit of width. I want you to extend the arms out so your hands are up. And 2 phases to this movement. I want you to open the arms from front to side, and I want you to lean your body forward. So how that looks. So I lean the body, open the arms. Very important, that word lean or tilt. So my body is still straight, I'm not bending. Just very much a case of a gentle lean forward. Just slightly tilt forward. As you open those arms from front to side. As you open those arms, make a nice squeeze with a little feeling between those shoulder blades. It's just to open and tilt forward into that space. Let's go another couple of times. Go twice more. And then once more. And back down. Okay. Next action. You can apply a little bit of power and speed into this one. You might like to hold the side of the chair. I want you to elevate the right heel so I'm on the toes. And nice and light with this movement. Not to stamp down. I want you to keep it kind of quick and light as a movement. Open the right foot to the side. Back in. So just you'll see that step side to side. I'm starting a little bit slower. Just to make sure we're comfortable with the action. And then I want you to move that into a quick step. So applying a little bit of speed into movement. I'm staying light on my toes. I'm not heavy and slamming down to the floor. I'm just really light. Staying on the toes and a quick tap each side. It's just opening out. Another couple of times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want to go straight in on the left, elevate the heel, and again, quick steps. Let's just tap the foot out really quick. Stay light on your toes, just adding a little bit of power in, just a little injection of pace into the workout here. Nice to just add those little bursts in where we work a little bit harder, a little bit quicker. Tapping out to the sides, staying light on your toes, not hammering anything down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And return it back in, okay? Reset, upright. What I want to do is just open the arms up as high as comfortable. And then I want to just lightly press back as far as comfortable. So just raise the arms up, lower and actively press back behind. Really important to movement like this. I'll always talk about range. If you felt that's as high as your shoulders allowed, or particularly maybe on one side, past injury, anything like that, do a course. Just work with your shoulder on this one. Don't force it into a range it doesn't feel happy with. Again, just a nice, powerful, controlled raise, and then actively press back behind. Up and over, and then press back. Raise up, press back. Go another couple of times. I'll go 3, and 2, and once more, and back down, and in, okay? So moving back to the start, the same again, same actions, make any change you need this second round. We'll begin by opening the feet, upper body straight, arms out, hands up, open the arms, lean forward into that space. So while some of the movements are a little bit quicker, like those foot taps we were doing, some of the movements are a little bit more controlled, like this one. Hopefully just a nice feeling with a movement like this. You might feel that nice squeeze between the shoulder blades. You're keeping a nice upright position as you lean or tilt the body forward. Just moving forward into a bit of space, opening the arms from front to side. Let's go another couple of times here. And we'll just go 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, bringing it back in. Again, just gonna, that we're not too comfortable, so we apply a little bit of power here if comfortable. Keep it a bit slower if you need to, without a problem. I'm upright, I'm on the toes, so my heel is off the floor. That's going to start off. I'll just start slow, just tapping out to the side. And then I'm going to start to apply a little bit of power and speed in here. It's just nice, quick action, opening the feet. And as I say, we're just injecting a little bit of pace into the movement, into the workout here. Just nice, quick foot, side to side, in and out. Staying light, not too heavy on that foot. Just getting a little bit of movement, in, out, a little bit of coordination. And swap, so we'll go straight in, elevate the left heel, and just quick step, in, out, in, out. Staying light on the toes, quick step, in, out. Yeah, not a huge range of movement here, just that I'm going nice and quick through the movement. A little bit of power, a little bit of pace. And we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in, reset. Upright, back to controlled now. Raise the arms up high as comfortable, and then actively press back. So it's not just a case of bringing it back to rest, you're actively pressing back behind. Just up high as comfortable, and then press back. So again, like the last movement, you're kind of injecting that little bit of pace. Now we're just slowing it right down. Really nice control. Up high as we can, with nice control and range through the shoulders, and then actively pressing back, so extension from the shoulders. And I'll just work through that 3 more times, but keeping it really controlled, up high as I comfortably can, actively press back. Twice more. And then once more. and down. Okay, so let's just, take it nice and relaxed after that. A couple of light shoulder circles, and then I'll bring us into our third block of movements. Introducing a couple of new movements just to work through. Okay, and then change direction, slowly forward. Just taking a little reset after that harder little block. Okay, so just checking here with a little bit of shoulder, a little bit of back and leg involvement as well. Okay, so I'm just going to work the shoulders a little bit next. This is just a little take on a shoulder circle. You're just looking to break the movement down a little bit. So again, I talk about parts where we move quicker or parts slower, and this is very much a case of just slowing the pace of the movement down, going with as much control as you can. So let's set up. Just give myself plenty of space. Arms are out, moving forward. Arms are out to my side. What I want to do is gently bring the arms forward. And I want to raise them up. Then I want to bring them back. And then I want to bring them down. So if I showed you that from the side, how that looks, it's like a diamond shape. So I go forward, up, back, and down. So as if I was trying to draw that diamond shape. That's what I want you to think of, as opposed to a circle. So you're really breaking it down. So I just wanted to show you that explanation. So arms straight, move forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And I just lightly move between those positions. Nothing too extreme. I'm not shooting the arms way up overhead or way out in front. Just kind of lightly in those positions. And you might find certain angles a little bit tougher. But the key, as I mentioned, is you're working with control. You're not rushing. Up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. And if you think, look into your side as if you were drawing into each of those four corners. Forward, up, back, down. Once more. Forward, up, back, down, and rest. Reset. Take a couple of seconds. I'm going to do exactly the same, but just to reverse the order this time, if that makes sense. So, again, arms out to your sides. And now I want you to start off by going down first. So bring the arms down. I'm going to bring it back, up, forward. So come from a different angle. Down, back, up, forward. Controlled. Down, back, up, forward. Down, back, up, forward. Once more. Down, back, up, forward. And relax. Okay, so just bring it back in. This next one, which I'll show you from the side. I'm going to sit forward a little bit. I'm going to take that right leg out, so I'm on my heel. My right arm is out, and the action is to pull back. So I just want you to bring the arm back, and I want you to bring the leg back. And that's what I just want to show you from the side here. So that nice dual action, the leg and the arm pulling back. So I get a nice connection in my back as I pull back. A little bit of movement through that leg as well as you go from the heel to the toes. Just pulling back. Nice squeeze, nice connection in the back of my body as I pull back. And I'm a little bit forward. I always talk about that in a rowing movement. You have a little bit of space to work with. If I was rigid to the chair, a little bit tight. Whereas here I can bring that elbow behind and get a nice connection. Swap sides, left leg out on your heel, arm out, pull back, relax the arms out. Just pull the arm back, pull the leg back. Heel to toes, and just rowing, pulling back with that arm. And a little bit of space to access in behind here as well. Just pulling back, just working through the left. And once more. And back in. Okay, so just take it nice and relaxed again. Couple of light shoulder circles. I know I do this one a lot, but just particularly when we're working the shoulders, just giving them a little bit of a breather here, really nice and relaxed, and then back the other way. Okay, so we're going to work those same actions one more time just to finish out our main block of work today. Hopefully they're okay as a move, particularly those shoulder. Just trying to give you something different. Hopefully keep it challenging and interesting. Just give you, as I say, really just that different kind of a challenge. Work slow and steady through this movement without any kind of power or speed. This is one we like to break right down. So again, think 4 corners, up, back, down and forward. So like a diamond shape. That's what you're trying to do. If you look either side, that's the kind of shape you're drawing. So arms out. Just bring it forward, up, back and down. Forward, up, back and down. So think of it like a broken down shoulder circle. You're just working between the 4 corners. Nothing is too harsh or aggressive. Just nice, controlled, working between those 4 corners. Forward, up, back, down. It's really just about going with as much control, just exploring a little bit of space from those shoulders. And again, maybe it starts to come a little bit out of shape. That's okay. Just the idea of lots and lots of control. Once more, forward, up, back, down, reset. Okay, we'll do the same, just reverse arm up, straighten up, arms out. I'm going to start by going backwards now, then down, then forward and up. Okay, so again, just work between the positions. I'm going down, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up. And just continue. If you look to your sides, you can see you're just kind of drawing into those 4 corners. So once more, back, down, forward, up, and back down. Not to be harsh, might find that one a little bit tricky, but again, I like to hopefully want some challenge there. Don't want everything to be too simple, straightforward. A little bit of thinking with that one. Next, sit forward, open the right arm out in front, straighten that right leg out, pull back. So just work through the right, nice strong upright position, keeping that chest up and out. Just pull back, bring the leg back from the heel to the toes, and I'm just pulling back through the right arm as well. You can see, imagine grabbing out in front, pulling back. Just reach, pull back. Just work a couple of times through this position. We'll go 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap, left side, leg out on your heel, arm is out, and again pull back, the arm and the leg. So the leg, I go from my heel to the toes, pulling the leg back, and my arm, I just think reaching, grabbing out in front, and then pulling back. And then chucking the elbow in, just getting a little bit of a squeeze, connection in the back of the body. So just work through it another couple of times here. We'll just go 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And back in, okay? Relax, reset the position. And let's relax it down rather. So just take it up onto the feet. Rock it forward and back, up on the toes, back on the heels. Just I'm always aware I'm kind of finishing the week with these Friday sessions. So just want to spend a couple of minutes just to cool down, relax, particularly if maybe after a week of workouts, just a couple of light stretches just to set us up nice and relaxed. Okay, so a couple of light stretches. Let's begin. Extend the right leg out, hold that position for a couple of seconds, and then back down. Over to the left, exactly the same. So just kind of gradually just relaxing, unwinding everything down. Next, lift the knee, just take a light little press. I'm not going to too much power at this point, just going to be easing out. Lift the knee, just take a light press of the leg. Once more, each side. And back in. Always just checking back with the hips. So let's extend the right leg out. Hold the side of the chair. Just try not to swing the body. Just take a nice controlled open to the side. Back in front. And just feel a little bit of activation around the hip. Open. Hold for a couple of seconds. Back in. One more time. Open to the side. Back in front. And down. Straighten that left leg. Open to the side. Hold for a couple of seconds. Back in. Open to the side. Back in. Once more. And back in. Okay. Next, we will straighten the two legs out. I want you to point the toes forward. So I'm pointing towards the camera with my feet. I hold. And then I want to pull those toes back towards my body. So feel a little stretch back of those lower legs. Again, I want to point those toes forward and away. And then pull those toes back. And relax. Elevate the right knee. Just take a light hold of the knee. I'll always say this one, and I always have to remind myself as well, just really slow with those ankle circles. Don't want to speed through this one. I want you to see how slowly you can go with this one. So I'm drawing a nice big circle with the toes of my right foot, just working through the ankle, and I'm thinking, can I time myself over a couple of seconds? So I'm kind of watching my foot on the camera here and seeing, can I do this over the course of a couple of seconds? So the slower I can do this one, the better. Change direction, working through that same right foot. Just lightly guiding round in circles. Just not allowing myself to speed up through this one. Nice, relaxed, big circles. And down, swap. Take a hold of that left knee. And again, just want to guide that left foot around in circles. Again, I'm just kind of testing myself, how slow and controlled can I go with this one. Just allowing myself to speed up through this one. Keep it slow and controlled. And then reverse, change direction, back the opposite way. Even steady and controlled, not rushing at any point. And down. Okay, so let's move up. Straight. Open those arms by your sides. And then just bring arms across chest, like you're giving yourself a hug. So get a nice stretch through the shoulders. Open those arms out, open up that chest. And then again, just bring arms across chest. And as if giving yourself a hug, stretching those shoulders. Open out, arms across. And same again, open the arms up. And then across. And back down. Forward in the chair. What I want to do is just bring the arms in front. I want to open. Just turn to the right. A couple of seconds. Bring the arm in front. And then open out to the left. Opening up that left arm. Just spend a couple of seconds in each position. Open the body. Open the arm. Whichever direction you turn. Open out to the left. Open out to the right. Again, open out to the left. Let's go once more each direction. And once more over to left. And back in. Just taking those hands up. On a lengthen, stretch the arms out forward as far as you can. Kind of away, pushing forward. And then actively pull back. Bring those hands towards shoulders. Elbows in and get a nice squeeze. And then lengthen, stretch out in front again. Just pull back. I'm going to hold that position. Stretch forward, hold. pull back. Just showing from the side how that looks. See, I stretch forward as far as I can. Pull back. One last time. Stretch forward and hold. And pull back. And relax it down. Okay, just checking in with the shoulders then to finish. And maybe one or two head movements. Let's break this one down and work with the right shoulder on its own. So what I'm going to do is just slowly begin rolling that right shoulder back. And I'll often do that where I'm just going to break things down. Might even just place hand on chest. So I'm not moving the body, I'm moving through the shoulder as much as I can. See, I'm just going to keep the arms straight, just down by my side, as I roll that right shoulder back. Change direction, take it forward in circles. And down. Swap sides again. I'm just going to place hand on chest, nice and upright, and I'll just guide that left shoulder back. Again, just getting as much movement to that shoulder as I can. Again, it's nice to just sometimes break it down, maybe without realizing if you're working the two together. Maybe one side is moving a lot more than the other, and you can just break it down, just work slowly through the space. Change direction, moving it forward in circles now. Okay, and down. Just bringing hand side of head, elbows up. Draw a nice big deep breath in, open the elbows, and then lightly exhale as you relax the arms and elbows in. Three more times. Twice more. And once more. Relax it down. Just going to slowly look up with the head towards ceiling, and then slowly down towards the floor, just avoiding sharp movements between the positions. Slowly looking up and slowly looking down. And from there, I'll just take it over to the right, just slowly looking over to the right. Slowly looking over to the left. And very much like the up down, just no sharp swing side to side. Slowly over to the right. Just working through a range that feels good, and slowly over to the left. Back in. Finish out. 3 nice deep breaths. And again, hopefully that's okay. Just adding a little bit of a length and stretching just to make sure you feel good at the end of the week, particularly if you have done a couple of workouts. So inhale and slowly exhale. Twice more. And once more. And rest. Okay, so that's us for today. We have our mobility and stretch tomorrow morning, and we have a full schedule again next week. So have a great weekend. Hopefully you enjoy the workout, and we'll see you again next week. So well done everyone on Facebook, and well done to everyone on YouTube. Hey, very welcome, Sylvia. Thanks very much. Great work, Marie. Thanks very much. Helen, hopefully that was okay. Thanks very much, everyone.